Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm outside the Molineux where Manchester United have lost in the FA Cup 2-1 against Nuno Espirito Santo's Wolves, and it's a deserved defeat for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's boys today on the road. It's our second defeat on the bounce on the road as well after a fantastic away run under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It has come grinding to a halt, and today I'm really deflated because I really wanted to go to Wembley. I really wanted to win the FA Cup, and I really thought it was a massive opportunity to get through to a semi-final here. Wolves are a fantastic team. They're managed fantastically well. They've brought fantastically well, and they've got a great coach with some great players. But United had enough today. We started with our first choice midfield three. We started with our first choice front three. And we started with a strong backline. Romero was in between the sticks, but it wasn't a downgrade on David De Gea, as he was pulling out some fantastic stops for Manchester United whenever he was called upon. He wasn't the problem today, and the few players that we rested weren't the problem today either. There was just a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of energy, a lack of intent, a lack of aggression in our passing. And Manchester United just never, ever really got going in this game. I thought after the first half where we were lacklustre, Wolverhampton were looking very good. They were going forward. They were creating chances. And they nearly got a goal or two. And I was thinking second half, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, get stuck into these guys, get a little bit more out of them, and let's see what can happen in the second half. And after the break, we seemed to come out in the first 5 minutes with a little bit more verve, a little bit more energy, trying to make things happen going forward. But we never kept it up, and Wolverhampton got more into the game. They got more control of the ball. They started to get more confidence. The crowd started to get involved in the game, and it started to feel like it was just a matter of time before they scored, and Jimenez got the goal for them. And it was poor defending for me. We had an awful lot of players around him. We had players behind him, players in front of him. He managed to bring the ball down, go away from goal, turn, spin and shoot and get the ball in the goal. It was well placed into the corner. It wasn't a ferocious shot, so we didn't beat Romero with power. We beat him with placement. But the defending, we needed to be tighter behind him, tighter in front of him, on his toes, trying to win that ball, and we just weren't. And it was poor defending, and Wolverhampton went into a deserved 1-0 lead, and then you're thinking, come on, Reds, get back into this, get the next goal. With 20 minutes to go, there was still time for us to do that, but we didn't. Jota gets a second for Wolves, and it's game, set, and match for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford did pull one back, and I thought, you know, he had a pretty poor game today, Marcus Rashford. Anthony Martial looked leggy, didn't look at the races, didn't perform. Now, you could say that's because he's just come back from injury, but we saw him in good form before his injury. We need him to be getting back to that form. Paul Pogba today, I thought he tried to make things happen. There was a few times where some of his passes weren't being read by the players that were making runs. But again, ultimately today, he looked leggy, he looked lethargic, and he didn't make it happen going forward. There was just no movement there, no enthusiasm, and not enough energy. Matic poor in midfield, too static, too easy to play around. And I thought we weren't great today. We deserved to lose. Of course, you hope that maybe we can pull something out of the bag. Maybe we can make it, you know, level and take it to extra time. But it just wasn't to be. And Manchester United only have themselves to blame today because massive opportunity missed to go to the semi-finals. You don't know who you get there. Obviously, Manchester City are still in the competition, but then you're looking at Watford, Brighton or Millwall. It was a huge opportunity to go a step closer to claiming a trophy. Obviously, we're still in the Champions League, but we're not favourites to win that. And if we played like we played here today, we're not going to go through against Barcelona. So we need to buck up our ideas a little bit, sort it out, get our feet back onto the ground, stop, you know, I don't know whether that Paris wins made us feeling ourselves a little bit, made us a little bit cocky. I don't know, maybe taking a lot of energy out of us, both mentally and physically. But that is not an excuse, and Manchester United need to be performing better than we did do today. That's one goal in our last 2 games now. Not enough. We had the chances against Arsenal, but today we just didn't create them. And look, I've been critical of Romelu Lukaku this season, but did we miss him today? Maybe. Maybe you could make an argument for that, but overall, not good enough from Manchester United. You're left disappointed by some players that know better and should be doing a lot better. And now, of course, you hope it's just one of those weeks. And United have, you know, after the highs of Paris, we've just come down a little bit. But with the international break coming up now, we need to get back to work, get grafting, because we've still got something to play for in this season. We've still got top 4, which we need to get to be in the Champions League next season. And we're still in the European Cup. And it might be, you know, it might be a little bit of a dream. It might be a little bit of something that's a pipe dream for United, but we're in there in the last 8, and if we fix up, maybe we can go far in it. But if we play like we did today, like I said, It's not happening for United. Anyway, guys, the rain's just beginning to fall now. Thank God it didn't rain like it did after the Arsenal game last week. We managed to get some fan cams for you, which are coming very, very soon. Thank you to everybody that stopped by to chat to us after a disappointing game here at the Molineux. But, guys, Manchester United are out of the FA Cup. I'm Adam McKola. I'm going to get out of here. But before I do get out of here, you guys at home, get subscribing to Full Time Devils. We want to hit 600,000 subscribers by the end of the season, and we can do that with your help. At the moment, we're on around 510,000, just over that. So we're 90k away, and you can help us meet that. So get subscribing, get liking, get commenting, get sharing. Fancam's on their way. I'm Adam McKola. I'm out of here.